This is your identity. To be more exact, it's the beginning of your identity. We believe that we all start off as the same, just a blank slate. So then, what changes our identities? If we all start off as blank slates, why are all of our identities or characters different? I believe it's how we form our identities, which is through experiences.
Fortnite stomping me. Oh there.
Identity is formed through the experiences we make with other people. Literally anything that you do is an experience that slowly forms what your identity truly is.
Two, one, watch it go. No way, the rock fell on the ground!
When you get to grade 11, a couple questions start to come up in your life, like who are you? What does your identity really look like? And what kind of person are you actually? To come up with the answers to these questions, you have to have life experiences, as we said, to form your identity. And to do that at this age, you have to seek these life experiences.
Let's start this off by defining a couple of terms. Character, the person you are, made by experiences. Your views, your avatar, a collection of all the experiences and witness events you've had throughout your life, whether it be physical or mental. Now, let's talk about our experiences. Experiences, quite literally your experiences as you go through life. There's no other way to define this. These are the events you witness that will have a lasting impact on how you perceive the world. The more you learn, witness, or become aware of, the more you take into account of when you interact with the rest of the world. Thus, the more your character and worldview will change.
Cheat! Give it to me. Go, Matthew. Alright.
So when you grow up, these experiences don't just appear out of thin air. Now, you have to find and make these experiences happen. As I've said, these experiences don't have to be some huge thing that just happens. Rather, even just the small little moments you have with other people can show a lot about who you really are.
It's November 1st, by the way.
Catch Peter doing useless backflip. What is he doing?
Throw it at the window.
So you might be thinking, how does this connect to what legacy is? What do our experiences have to do with legacy? Matter of fact, what even is legacy? To answer this question, we first had to ask a few people from OCS this question, and here are some of their answers.
Start over, sorry. Like what? The term legacy?
Yeah.
Legacy is giving back to school.
What does legacy mean to you?
Legacy. Clearly it's something that you leave behind as like to be purposeful or with the purpose of being remembered, right?
It's all about when Kevin throws the watermelons around you, right? It's all about leaving something behind. It's all.
Yeah, what about you, Nedrick?
Usually the same thing. I think like a legacy is like, I guess, imprinted into like history,
Yeah.
where the things we do are part of the school now.
Yeah.
How do you guys-
School community.
To me, legacy means leaving something behind so that others can remember you even when you're gone as your person.
What do you mean?
Like leaving something behind.
Yeah. What do you mean by giving back? Can you tell us more about that?
No, not really.
Well, that's it, guys.
Leaving something behind when you leave. For example, when you graduated, you'll leave behind a project that is useful to the school.
Okay.
What What do you think the word legacy means to you?
Well, legacy is, I guess, people kind of what your impact has done and kind of what you leave behind, and thus how people kind of look at you. That's what I think legacy means.
How would you guys make sure your legacy is left behind?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, speaking practically, I try to take advantage of as many resources as I can. So it's like, you know, there's networking. You have to have the community to like. You have to have that basis to be remembered. You have to have that meaningful purpose to be remembered. Yeah, it has to be thoughtful. And this, you know, it's up to you how far you want to outreach in order to determine how big you want your legacy to be.
Alright, how do you think the school has changed the way you think?
I mean, I don't know. Probably just, I mean, I learned stuff, so I guess think more in depth.
Nedrick, how do you think your character or your experiences impact your legacy?
We're all unique. We're not like the same carbon copies of people. We all have our different experiences.
Yeah.
And I think each and every single one of us leaves a little, like a tiny bit of, a tiny bit of something to the school, I think.
Yeah, how do you think it changed the way you like view the world? Like, could you give an example?
That's a good question. I don't know, take stuff not just at surface value and kind of look more in depth and like kind of deep into it.
Yeah. Oh, why is legacy important to the way you think today?
I mean, it depends, because like if you leave a good legacy, people might want to be like you, and if you're, I don't know, can't really think of a person that's a good example. I don't know, so let's say some great government figure that, you know, helped a country, like got him out of a debt. So, you know, people might want to, you know, try to help their country as well.
Alright, thank you very much. Have a great day at this college.
After all of those interviews, we had a general idea on what legacy really means. So, in our definition of legacy, we would define legacy as the connections that we make with others and the impact of the connections we make with the people that we care about the most. That is what legacy really means to us.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Through high school, you've been on a multitude of experiences with your friends. That connection you have between you and your friend has built up to a point where their life would likely be vastly different if you weren't there.
This is how peer pressure and drugs work. Don't drink, if you drink water, you will regret it. Do it.
Narrative legacy. So imagine your life as a story or a unique narrative with twists, turns, and character development. Now think of narrative legacy as like an imprint your story and life has on the rest of the people who are going to witness it. It's not really just about facts, events, achievements. It's about the way your life and narrative is received, interpreted, and remembered by others. So, really, it's not exactly going to be the most exciting thing you're ever going to witness. And this really does tie into the fact that life isn't really always going to be the most exciting thing. So, think of some elements regarding it. Like, for example, your life story is revolving around a story shaped by events and choices, experiences that will unfold, like perseverance and stuff, which may actually become the backbone of your legacy and who you are. And now think of yourself.
Think of certain impactful moments in your life that are important to you.
How do you experience legacy on your own?
We didn't have a lot of time to make these connections in high school, mainly because of COVID, but that's fine. Legacy isn't defined by how many people you connect with, whether it's just 1 or 1,000. The connections you make with these people is what's really important. Like the interviews have stated, you left something behind for that person. Now, what is that thing? Well, it's the connection that you make with them. Simply put, our experiences form our character, and these same experiences cause us to make connections. This is what we leave behind, the experiences that we make with others.
One additional note I'd like to talk about is that legacy doesn't always need to be important, just like it doesn't always need to be morally belonging to some order. Legacy can be personal to yourself, what you think for going forward in life, what others think going forward in life. Just as long as there's proof that you have lived, that in itself is legacy. Legacy, yes, although it may be something separate from experience, it can be an experience. Legacy is what life really is. Life is not made to be an end. Life is made to be considered legacy. Legacy is how you live your life and how others perceive your life, or how you perceive your own life.
And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I hate this.
Good for you. Get to thinking with your understand how with the answer you should really help, and now you can be a better man for your brain.
What's happening? What is this?
Someone attacked that I really don't get it. Good. Oh yeah.